Oops. Okay, I guess we are on.
What?
We're on.
We're on. Okay, hi everybody. We're sitting here gossiping away.
No, it was like a serious delay on the StreamYard, so I'm like, "Is this working?" And I was tapping.
No, we've been live for 20 seconds. So
yeah. So anyway, good
all
morning.
those incredibly nasty things we said. And I sort of screwed Scott up because normally I'm here more than on time. And today I was getting ready for what I'm going to do this afternoon. And going to build my grid for the world for 2026 this afternoon. Live.
Good.
It's going to take hours. So if you really are bored and you really can't stand football, this is probably the show for you.
So there's not a lot of started questions right now. So we're going to do a read for the month of December.
Mm-hmm.
See what comes up.
Finding things on my desk.
December. What do we need to know?
Everybody's too full of turkey to worry about shit.
Pretty much. I was stuffed Thursday. Oh my God.
Yeah, I had 2 Thanksgivings. I had one here with my 2 kids that I live with at the house. And then I had another Thanksgiving in the evening with my grandchildren.
Nice. Family time's good.
Wow. That's fun. How's your first week look?
Oh, you did Rose. I just did a read. I didn't do each week.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Where am I gonna start? Okay, I did a full spread leading up to.
Excuse me. Well, my rude family or someone's calling me. It wasn't my rude family. It's somebody I don't really need to speak to right this second.
Okay, but the energy of what we mostly want to know. In the position, I get the sun, so things are coming out and out and out, bringing a lot of closure type feelings. Then I got the hermit, so I think a lot of people had to do some soul searching, but we were currently in a stalemate type feeling of the 8 of Swords, so you're kind of trapped.
Everybody's kind of locked in their own positions.
So now I get the current energy of December. I get the Chariot. And start moving more rapidly. Get the Page of Swords. We got a spy, some devastating new news. But then we got the 4 of Coins. So that feels like holding on to information. So it feels like some other news of what information we've been holding on is that can be coming out strongly and quickly with that Chariot.
Yep.
Okay. And then I get the Knight of Cups, 7 of Wands, and 4 of Cups. That's defending. The goodness that comes out it feels like it's still a slow drip. That 4 of Cups is about contemplation. And 7 of Wands is more like
it's building a defense.
It's a battle, defending a battle.
And it's a rushed defense. It's not a well thought out one. Because, you know, he has to rush up there with the wrong shoes on. Got a shoe on one foot and a boot on the other.
So this feels like coming up to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the Six of Swords.
That's
things
nice.
Things are getting better. 7 of coins. We're getting information leaking out. Gaining abilities there. 3 of cups. We got a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Along with the Knight of Swords. It's military action or something harsh. So it feels like before December we get some kind of wish and things get better. So I think we got a battle going on this month, up and down. Some pauses, but we got leaks, chariots happening. So I think we're going to be good to go.
Okay, what I've done is I put out the first week is a lot of sunshine's coming out, but they're still scrambling to try and keep it all hidden, but they're not going to be able to control it anymore. And then the surrender card, what we all need to surrender and learn about this week is surrender to the beauty of nature. We just need to go back to work with nature. Take a relaxing break, spend time in nature, replenish yourself. Don't worry about all these. Let the sunshine do its deal and pull it out into the sunshine. Then see someone's very heartbroken and they very much want to just kind of pick it up and go away. And they're going to have deep, deep regrets about how they've done everything. That's the second week of December. Something's going to come out. And it could be just more congressmen leave. They've all figured out what the ones that swept in with Trump, they're all figuring out, I can retire now and I will have health insurance for the rest of my life and I'll have a federal pension and I don't have to go put up with this shit. And to tell you the truth, none of these folks were the world's hardest workers. So that more of that may be coming out. And then what we're going to get to surrender when all this heartbreak and people and, oh my God, look at, isn't it horrible? We're just supposed to surrender fear. Let go of fearful stories you're telling yourself. Start living in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate the very baby steps we're taking forward. So then week 3 in December, which is right before Christmas, a lot of people are going to be lying. A lot of people are going to be a lot of the authority figures we thought we could trust are going to seem out of control. But at the base of it is a calming emotional influence that's going to make us feel happier, make us feel better. And it says what we need to do that week when all this is going on is stop being over controlling, because that can sabotage a relationship. Be more efficient, achieve your own goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing time. So when all these people are shifting roles here, we don't have to worry about getting up every morning and despising them. Just let them do what they're doing, and it will come out okay for us if we don't try to over control it. And then the last week's great. Got the Ace of Wands, because the tower's falling down. Now, that's not a combination you see very often. Thank you, Tarot Ass Backwards. That's not a combination you see very often. The tower going down, and we're having all new beginnings. Man, the end of the December, coming into the new year, I think things are going to change rapidly, and we're going to find a whole new set of values. And what does our surrender card tell us? Surrender to your fear of intimacy. You can truly let love in, be compassionate, begin to release. Don't let patterns that have been stopping you from opening your heart. So next week, go out into nature. The next week, when things get real crazy, don't think, oh my God, don't jump to the worst possible conclusion, because the next set of cards say that's what's going to happen to the people that maybe you do want the worst. I had someone say to me, she wants to wake up one day without praying for a cardiovascular event stopping someone. She just wants it to happen so she doesn't have to worry about it anymore. And I think by the end of December, these guys are going to be unmasked or not able to function forward because there's not going to be enough of them.
Yeah. Troy, you're talking about jumping ship. I messaged you that Troy Nails.
Yes, I know exactly. He's the one that even in his own area, which is, to say it's Trumpy is to be an understatement of the universe. He's from Texas. He's down along Galveston and Corpus in that area. But the people down there, the papers already called him out saying, you just figured out you can get a good pension and get the hell out and leave us without one. That's his hometown press, guys.
He's been on, I noticed he's been on an investigation.
Yeah, he took money from his campaign to pay rent to property he owned. And that's against the law.
And then there's that other clown. He's been using campaign money. Corey Mills.
Oh, okay.
He should be booted out. He's been using campaign money for all kinds of vacations, hotels. There was some other stuff about hookers in Thailand or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's under investigation or civil suit or whatever about beating up a girlfriend or something while he was married. And they just keep, covering up for him. But he's another one on the hot seat.
And see, when we get Afton's work with MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene's going to be gone in January. This guy's going to be gone in January. So what was our margin 4? That makes our margin 2. And we have 2 elections that look very good for Dems. We got the one in, somebody put in here, what's going to happen to, what's her name, Afton?
Yeah, Afton.
You and I read on it, and we said we couldn't see anything, but man, the numbers have really shifted in her direction.
They shifted up, yeah.
And I talked to my numbers person, Sean, and he said, her numbers really, he said they've gotten some good pollsters in there, not some slanted pollsters. And he said her numbers really look good, but he said that they need to get the people out.
Mm-hmm. Especially for a special, yeah. Last I seen, the pollster showed she was down 2.
Mm-hmm. And when Democrats are winning across the country at plus 15, being down, and in a lot of those races, the ones that were plus 15 were considered even before the race.
So yeah, we checked on this race the last 2 weeks, and it back and forth. Couldn't tell who's going to win. So let's try one more time.
Okay.
The election is Tuesday. She's been doing some serious outreach I've seen on social media.
Yeah, she's also, her people have been going door to door to the bottom 30%, the people who don't vote.
Mm-hmm.
And that's made a huge difference because they're like, well, someone showed up on my door and asked me. That's how they won the Supreme Court race in Wisconsin.
Okay, Afton Bay.
I got a yes. It's not a yes, but it's a good yes.
God.
What'd you get?
It's so indecisive. See, I get my outcome card. I get 5 of Pentacles, so that's a missed opportunity. But then I get 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled, 6 of Swords, and then the Sun, success. So if I didn't have 5 of Pentacles, I'd be saying, yes, she's going to win.
Well, it also could be that the Republicans are going to get kicked to the snow bank outside the church. People are picking things up at my door. What I got was the 5 of Cups, and that's a lot of the Dems didn't think they could get it, but now they're starting to see that their minds are in the wrong place. And this is the middle of my 5 cards, and this is worth 2. She's been an incredible messenger, and people really, really have learned to like her. And even though the Republicans desperately want to hold on to their sunny little space that they're in, they're not going to make it, because also partly the Republicans were overly confident that nobody could beat them in that area. I don't know why, after looking at what's happened across the nation, they would ever think that, but you know. So I think it's a yes.
I tried two randoms, and it's not an answer I want to see. I mean, a clarity answer.
Are they getting snow like you guys are? They're too far away to get your snow, right?
Where?
In Tennessee.
I guess I'd have to see the map. I don't know. It was mostly towards the north there, but it could come down there. Jesus.
What'd you get?
I'm just trying to look at it again. I mean, that's 3 definite yeses, but the 5 of Pentacles. I only asked about her. I didn't do the other guy. My focus energy on her. I really think it's going to be close. It's tough to say whether if she does win, it's by a smidge.
I don't know. I think she's going to win by more than that.
Really? You're good.
They're trying real hard to steal it from her, but they're not going to make it.
Let's pray for a yes then.
Yep.
Rock and roll.
Well, the answer to that one is who's running Congress by the end of January. And right now, seriously, it could be the Dems. And if they are, then all that crap the Republicans are doing is going to go away. He can veto it all he wants, but they're going to have to make changes they can't make. So, and
Jeff asked, not a psychic question, but as a city, is Nashville red or blue? It's relatively blue, but I think this seat is on the edge of Nashville.
It's one of these districts where they went and they grabbed every farmer and outlier and suburbanite and people that ran away from living in Nashville that they could. It's a beautiful part of the country.
So let's see what the cards say about ACA moving forward here. Okay, we got a fight going on to try to fund it. So I got my coins cards. It's 8 coins cards about funding. 5 of Swords is that conflict, the fight. Queen of Wands is that strategic leader. Okay, then I get Ace of Cups, Justice, and 10 of Swords. So there's a failure there. So that means any kind of deals being worked are not coming to fruition. My outcome is King of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Hierophant. That's a male leader getting aggressive to work for the government or work within the government. Let's see what the bottom. The Knight of Swords can be quick action too.
Yeah.
Hard act. There might be a deal. This feels like a deal in January. To avoid another shutdown.
Well, there has been, the Republicans don't talk about it, but there's been a lot of people calling into their offices saying, don't do this. And remember, Republicans, in December is the end of the filing dates to run for a lot of these different offices or for things to get set up. And these people, the Republicans, have been hanging on to Trump's line because they don't want to get primaried. And once they're out of the point of where they think they're going to get primaried, they're going to do what they need to do because they're not, well, except for the guy that in South Texas that just quit, but they're not stupid people. And a lot of them are very greedy people, and they may cash out. They may grab their government pension and go. And that leaves the Republicans with you do better if someone's name's already been on the ballot once. So the more of them that go, the better for us if you're a Democrat. But you're going to see a lot of people get a conscience all of a sudden as soon as it's past a time where they can be threatened in a primary.
Let's hope. Yeah, there was a picture of a 47, felon 47 at Mar-a-Lago yesterday. He looks like death.
Mm-hmm.
When he doesn't put on his makeup and shoot up whatever he's shooting up. Okay. Well, we might as well do it. What do the cards say about three-eye atlas?
Okay.
Will it affect anything? We've read on that numerous times. Other people have other takes. It does act weird. I know, right, Indigo? Makes me mad, too. It's been the Republican way for 20-some years. Say they're going to do something, don't do anything, then blame the Republicans or the Democrats. Not a way to govern.
How will it affect us? I see right now people are of two minds. They're not sure which way to go. But it may open our minds up to other ways of dealing with things. But what's most interesting to me is I got two aces. I got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, which is new endeavors and new ways to think about things. And I got the Three of Pentacles, which is a learning situation. So the way I'd put that together is we just need to sit back and figure out what we need to learn from it. And I mean, I hear all kinds of stuff. This is the reason it's three-eye atlas is because two have already come through and gone on and nothing happened. I mean, except we knew they came through. You know, there's nothing in the first two that should make us feel differently about them. I keep watching this stuff, but I'm not sure. I have a friend who's really, other than Dr. Gale, I have a friend who's been for a long time really into the extraterrestrial community and that sort of stuff. And she feels very calm about it. So the people she trusts do also. But she said the way the government's closed down when it first started coming through, that's what made her suspicious about it. What'd you get?
You're trying to, okay. I forgot which order I had them in. So in the past position about 3i. So I had the 5 of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a loss, something broken. As it went through the universe, Ace of Wands is like new beginnings, and then 7 of Wands. It just feels like it when it broke apart or whatever it became something new, and it didn't know how to react while it's tumbling. Currently 2 of Wands, it's on its journey, Knight of Swords, and then the Tower.
Mm-hmm.
So that feels like there's harsh reactions within the solar system. You know, it's making different
Setting off different vibes.
Different vibes in that tower. Yeah, it feels like it's breaking apart. You know, chunks or whatever might be breaking apart while it's doing that. Then moving forward about it, 9 of Cups. So I think we're seeing more good sightings from telescopes, whatever, get a better understanding. 4 of Swords, 9 of Wands. So 4 of Swords is a rest. So that could be like a slowdown. Like it's going to slow down in speed when it hits another planetary area or something.
Mm-hmm.
Outcome, I get 10 of Swords. Oof. 9 of Swords. The Star and 10 of Pentacles. Quite a different ending. Because you get 2 good cards along with 2 bad cards.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? How does it affect us? Okay. This is what we're thinking.
Yeah.
There's a meteorite. You know, what is this thing? How's it going to affect us? We're making it up as we go. It's just another piece of the star of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. It's not going to affect us in any way. It's just something different, a different kind of composition.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to break up a little bit here and there with different, when it hits like different
Gravity zones and things. I think that's
different gravity zones and different actions of different planets. It's breaking up a little bit. And then it feels like we're going to get a better look at it, but there's no effect. It's just a special metal flowing through space. I don't see anything. I think we're just making up more than we need to about this. It's not going to hit the Earth, destroy like the dinosaurs or something, so I don't see it. Nothing.
I don't see it being destructive. I think it's going to expand us. It's going to make us have to open up. Of course, for some people, opening their minds is destructive. So I can't, it shouldn't be so.
So take what you want.
Okay.
Okay. Excess Trump boat sinking and the murder survivors. Should we look at the ending justice of all this outrage and investigation?
Okay.
We try it that way.
So what are we asking? Will there ever be judgment?
Yeah, a possible justice judgment on these strikes.
Okay.
Both houses are talking. Senate and House are talking about investigation. Justice. What do I think of this? Outcome of these strikes. After that first one happened, that's when that commander resigned.
Yeah.
Because he knew what happened.
I don't think there's going to be much justice soon because I have the Hierophant reversed. And I don't think anybody's going to call them to task. And they're not afraid of being on the outside. They don't care if the international courts wants to come for them. They'll just be like Dick Cheney. They'll never leave the U.S., you know. As the vibrations stand today, I don't think that there's going to be much justice there.
Okay. Did I get any justice? Let's see. Past, I get Knight of Swords, Empress, and Seven of Swords. So that's military action being taken. It was all a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the right thing with the Empress, it was all a lie with that Seven of Swords. The Emperor is trying to stay in control. Nine of coins, 10 of coins, and Emperor. It feels like he's just looking out for riches.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't really explain the situation much, but it explains to me that 47 don't care. He's only out for himself with that riches cards. Moving forward, 2 of coins. I think that's the seeking of information. Queen of coins and 4 of cups. It's going to take a while. Thinking how to do it. Queen of coins here in this card kind of looks rejected.
Which deck are you using? Oh, her? Oh, okay.
Right. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
So this one shows a little rejection, trying to find truth in what's going on. 6 of Wands. The Sun. We will get clarity and a victory. Knight of Cups. 3 of Swords. I think we will know what's going to happen here. It feels in due time, not like years. Knight of Cups is not a slow mover. It brings out light and information. The Sun is definitely illumination. But it's a heartbreak there with that 3 of Swords of everything that's went on. It's ridiculous because they're killing people. So I didn't get any justice.
Did you get 4 cups in that reading?
4 cups. I got Knight of Cups, 4 of Cups.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm starting to think the 4 of Cups is disinformation. That's why we're sitting under that tree looking so rejected. Like, who do I believe? All this stuff's coming towards me, and where do I go?
That's the only 2 cups I got in my spread.
Yeah.
It just says, this card says, Frodo and Sam and Merry and Pippin meet with the farmer and become friends while picking mushrooms. So yeah, they're kind of sitting by a tree. They're playing a little bit.
Yeah.
Taking a rest.
I think it's, to me, it's, I used to just think the guy looked bored and he had too much going on, and he just felt very self-satisfied and didn't have to make a move. But the more I keep seeing 4 of Swords show up in different readings, the more I'm getting the feeling that that's really all the disinformation around us, and that can become paralyzing if you don't pull yourself away from it.
Sure. That's looking back of what could be, what is, not
Or what
knowing.
ought to be, or what you always thought was going to be there.
I don't know. We're kind of in the wait and see moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I think everything comes to light, what happens, and then
Oh yeah, once
the
they're
different administration and leadership takes charge, then things will move forward.
and people can find other sources of information other than mainstream media, because
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't get a immediate answer on that.
it doesn't change overnight. It didn't ever change overnight.
Who is running our government? Yeah, 45, 47 is just a figurehead. He doesn't know anything.
The
It's
the
got to
folks
be
that wrote the thing about 2025, what they
Russell
could
Vote.
do. Mm-hmm.
Russell Votes in our money, OMB. Probably Stephen Miller.
I don't think anybody's running the government.
It ain't JD. He's not doing nothing.
No, he's apparently having an affair with Charlie Kirk's wife.
That and speeches or whatever. Seems like the pardon attorney is running the country.
Well, they don't have any attorneys that can run an office, so we can't think about them running the country. Art on Wings asked a question at 10:13, and basically it's kind of where Scott and I are usually. Who is hopeful about the future? I mean, will the collective rise to consciousness in my lifetime? Yeah, I think that will happen, but it takes, you have to look at what's kind of wrong, but you have to realize that that's not normal. That's really true when they normalize children. Who was it, that weird news anchor who said, oh, 15-year-old girls, they're capable of making up their own minds about things. In what universe do you live? And she's got a 15-year-old daughter.
Yeah. The talk of these people is crazy. I've always felt that that rise either starts or comes to a crescendo about 2032.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll talk about or have in the past. Oh no, now I'm brain farting at Ascension talk. So we're on that. It's still 6 years away. This is a way of this chaos and this crazy and cruelty to hopefully wake up people, because we weren't getting it the normal ways, the normal channels. Disinformation ruled the roost.
Right.
So we just need to find a way. I think spirit and the universe is finding a way to wake people up by hurting them themselves. To wake up that they're been lied to. So when you get enough people to a Christ consciousness of love and light and seeing the path, it overdrowns the crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now we're pushing 30% crazy. We need to get that down to like 20, 18%. And then they'll have no power. Like Fox News with 100 people watching that night isn't going to have any power. There's too many people in that echo chamber. So people get affected when it hurts them. That's right. When the wake up happens. So I think that's where we're at. And gradually people see the light, you know, and 2028 have a big change and flow where there's no chaos and people can see, oh, they do work for us, that kind of thing. So I think we're still 6 years away. Did 4,000, I'm not sure about that one. Did 4,000 DOJ employees leave? I think they were fired. There's a whole bunch that were fired or told to leave. I'm not sure about that one, Pam. What you mean by that?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. That new lady leading CBS, oh my God. She's a fruitcake. I don't know how the leaders gave her the rule the kingdom there. Barry Weiss.
Mm-hmm.
She was speaking and she said Dershowitz, Alan Dershowitz, to be a leading voice.
The perv of the century.
Yeah. And there's other things too, but oh my God. I can't believe they gave her the head of that. Okay. There was another question, but I think I'll just use this. Let's see if we can get a feel and timeline of when the drop happens. According to law, what was it? By like December 20th, DOJ has to release, but we haven't heard it. I'm going to use my cards. They got more timing.
I think I'm going to try a different deck.
Okay, well, how long before these files? I think someone asked about a foreign country should or would or whatever, but let's see. How long do you have to wait before proper redacted files hit the streets? Hermit. Okay.
It's good. I got good cards, and I think it's within the latest it'd be 3 weeks. But I've got the Queen of Swords, the 10 of Wands. They're just fit. They're people who have been covering for this shit are just tired of it. The Page of Cups, the liars are still out there trying to cover their tracks. That's the Page of Cups reversed. But the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords both show up in this. And when they're running, that means the truth is about to come out. And my last card was the 3 ladies in their swimsuits, which seems appropriate for what's in the Epstein files.
Was that the 3 of Cups?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in agreement.
Very good.
We're in 3 to 4 week range. So in the past year, I get how to deal with it, with that patience, the crossroads card, then the bad karma broken, and then we got a tower. So within these files was just something 47 did not want to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen, and that's fine by me.
So then I get the Hierophant. So we got, that feels like DOJ. And then my Hermit card, and it's a 3. So that's a 3 week range feeling. We're like, they're trying to figure out how to hide it, how to not do it. But here we got the Magician, my Creator card, with the mastery of making it happen. So the universe is going to make this happen one way or another. With pressure, someone that does have the files or knowledge of the files could, come out like that. But the records are coming. it says records.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say it, but so then I get my 3 to 4 wands cards, 3 to 4 weeks again. It's public service. Could be overseas stuff too. Knight of Wands is a fast mover coming out, and the Six of Cups. Things from the past coming to light, and the Knight of Wands is fast. So there'll be enough pressure if DOJ wants to hide it, and then I get the Death card on the bottom, which is an ending, coming to an end. So I really don't think we're long to some massive explosion of information. It's going to give someone a heart attack.
We don't wish ill on anyone. This is for entertainment purposes only. We're just joking around. Har, har, har.
I said someone.
Someone's
going to have a heart attack.
Someone's in the U.S. is going to have a heart attack today. That's true.
Yeah, it happens all the time. No, the files cannot be scrubbed.
No, they're in too many places and too many people have them. Too many lawyers have them. Too many of the people who witnessed have what they said in their witness testimony, and it's recorded. No. They're going to try. Trust me, Indigo Child. Fox News is going to come out and say, but it says this, and it's going to be a big blank page.
Remember, we have 1,000 agents that went through it, spending millions of dollars in overtime to go through all that for weeks. People know. People were horrified going through that. Zelensky. Will Zelensky get to negotiate for his peace or be ordered to take it?
They're not going to surrender to Russia. That is not going to happen. Russia is not going to win this. Somebody just put up in the things, and I'd heard about this too, that countries that are adjoining Russia are tearing up the tracks of the trains that come out of Russia. So when you have the countries around you doing that, that's a no. And the people in Ukraine, I mean, Zelensky's doing everything right. He's getting rid of the bad actors around him.
Yeah, his number 2 just resigned of possible corruption. Russia's broke. There's reports they're not paying their soldiers.
And that's not going to hold, guys. And it's getting cold there.
Every day, Ukraine is hitting oil refineries.
Right.
Other infrastructure that have damage.
Yeah, their drones are tearing them apart. So,
No.
Do not believe the American press. I don't know what press you can go to read on it, but I know I have a friend who owns a home in Estonia, and he's an American. He's from a good boy from West Texas, but he ended up loving being in Estonia. And I was talking to him. He's on his way to Europe for the holidays. And he said, people in Estonia are just 100% behind the Ukrainians and are doing everything they can. And he said it makes him so angry when he comes back and sees how the press here is handling it. So that's what I'm getting my information from, somebody and this guy, if it was crappy, trust me, this guy would tell you, this is really bad. This is not going well.
Yeah, there's a couple newspapers that you can read in English in Ukraine. Kyiv Independent and the Kyiv Post, I think. There's a couple of Ukrainians on Twitter that I follow that have information times through reporters, whatever, but Z's never going to give up land. They have to be out, and that's what they're striving for. So, no. Jared and Witkoff are in trouble.
What?
Jared and Witkoff are in trouble for their Let's see. Number 2 at the FBI, or no, maybe 3. Who knows?
Do they have numbers anymore?
Well, that they put that ex-Missouri AG as number 2 next to Patel or something. I can't remember his name, but do have some sense of people that know something at the leadership. Doesn't seem to be helping.
Well, they are talking to Cash Patel, so.
I'm going to grab 3 cards to see if Dan Bangino is going to leave. He's been kind of quiet lately.
Yeah. I got Ace of Swords. I got Ace of Swords.
Truth shall come?
From him. And he knows. I mean, he knows, and he knows that everybody's going to know he knows. And he's got the 7 of Swords, which means he's just trying to get out of it. Reversed. He's just trying to get the hell out of there.
Yeah. I see he's not happy. His wife, his family's not happy by doing what he's doing. They got the lazy, lost. Who knows, is he even showing up to work? I got the family unhappy here. And then I do have that he might spill some beans here. They got the Page of Cups along with being in the government and the skills or what he's seen with documentation, the government, and then the Page of Cups. That's someone offering up info. So it does feel like he's in that realm. He's getting family pressure.
Somebody put in the comments, I'm sure Republicans who voted for Hegseth and Patel are embarrassed. You give them way too much credit. You really do. I mean, you really can't think that way. You have to think they had an opportunity to not give this to us if they'd only read, if they'd only asked questions, and they didn't. So don't let them off the hook.
You mean the senators?
The people in Congress who could have said no.
Yeah, the senators that voted them as secretaries. Yeah, no, they just went along. What? The rapist, Scott Ritter? He fled to Russia because he was a criminal. He didn't get prosecuted for.
Does he live in the same apartment building that Snowden lives in, and that David Duke, who was head of the Klan, has? They all have apartments in the same building.
Ritter is not a good person.
I don't know who he is, so thank you.
I don't listen to what he says. He should be in prison and not fleeing to Russia. Unsure of his Gaza comments, but it's a genocide. Gaza deserves better. So I don't know what else there. Okay. I think MTG will do something with Musk American Party. Musk doesn't have a party. That was just BS. He's not doing anything.
That would require work.
Work, a lot of money, infrastructure. No, that's not a thing. I don't think that's a thing. Okay. The future of Cash Patel. He's just running around using the jets as his own personal.
And that suits Trump to a T, because then people look at that and they don't look at what a lame person he is. We're getting close to needing kitty cards.
Future of Crash Patel. Future of Crash Patel.
You know, they worked hard in silent movies to get people's eyes to look like that. That man makes
Cash Patel. Future of Cash.
I've got to clean my office.
I don't think he's going to get away with everything. There's going to be consequences someday. Okay, we got actual lawyers. He's going to go. He's going to be eventually be fined. He's going to go through some dark times. I think because of the Constitution and what he's allowed to and not do. There's a woman here, a Queen of Wands, leading the charge to hold him accountable, but it looks like it's all financial with the 5 of coins.
Look at Al Capone. It was easier to catch him on financial things than all the people he murdered in the streets. And I'm sorry for disappearing there, but I lost some cards and I had to go find them.
Yeah, mine dropped sometime too.
No, I really need to clean my office, and I want to find my kitty and my bunny cards because I've had it with serious cards here today.
I do see some. I mean, I'm getting a sense of hearings, needing to tell the truth in front of committees or something like that. But I'm not seeing. I think he comes out clean as far as whatever he did. He's gonna have to come clean. If he doesn't come clean, then there's a possibility of jail. That's right underneath. The thing that was right underneath my 5 of coins. Losing money. But it depends on his future and how he reacts to it and comes clean with. And then he'll just be fined, banned from government kind of thing. But if he wants to lie, there is that. In prison on the table. But right now, the current path is the universe is telling him to come clean and do the right thing, and you'll just go broke.
Right. What I saw is he's going to reap what he's sown, the 7 of Pentacles. He doesn't want to change. Death reverse means he doesn't want to change. He wants to just keep riding forth like he's been told to and kind of use this, well, I was told to drive this way. But what I see is a lot of fighting and a lot of discomfort around him. And at the end, he ends up at the 5 of Cups, crying over spilt milk, what he did.
Okay. Scott Ritter lives in New York. He's a Russian asset. I don't follow the guy. He used to, I remember something about him fleeing to Russia or doing some bad deeds in Russia, something, but he's a bad dude. I wouldn't listen to him for nothing. Anyway, Tina Peters, no, she's going to stay in prison. They're still talking about trying to get her transferred to a federal prison, then pardon her or some BS.
Who's Tina Peters?
She was one sentence in Colorado for the election interference.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know who you mean. Yeah.
Taking data from the,
no, she's the one who took people over to the building and let them in and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many of them, you can't keep them all straight.
The judge, I don't know, did you ever watch that video of the judge just scolding her and telling her you don't care? you would do it again. You're a charlatan. It was a mad takedown. But no, she's staying. I think she's staying in prison.
Even if they move her to a federal facility, she was charged under state law.
Right. And that would be a mess. Stephen Miller is a real president. That's our take.
That's some people's opinion. He's a tool.
Questions. There's folks worried about Mark Kelly if he's going to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of threats against him now. Mark Kelly. Do you have to worry about your safety?
I asked if he was safe. And I got Page of Wands, Knight of Swords. He's just going to move in. He's got the Ace of Swords right side up. He's speaking the truth. He's got the Three of Cups. People are going to gather around him and keep him safe. And he's got the Seven of Cups. So people who think they can go after him, it's a delusion. They're delusional.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the worries there. I think there is death threats because of what he stood up for.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the Queen of Cups, Hierophant, and Page of Wands. So it's those people speaking out on illegal orders. Then I get the Five of Wands. I get the Nine of Swords. So there's all that worry there because I think he's getting death threats. But with these threats, I'm always getting safety cards.
Mm-hmm.
The King of Cups there with the argument and the devil. And the devil can be these people that are giving death threats to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then we got the anxieties and the 4 or 5 of Cups of trying to seek safety, the sadness. But then I have the Knight of Cups next to it. So we got protection, angelic protection. So yeah, the death threats are real, but I think he's going to be okay.
Well, like he said, he got on the space shuttle and flew that, and that was built by the lowest bidder, that complex machine. So he doesn't scare easily.
Yeah, I seen that comment. That's kind of funny and true, I guess. Okay, a lot of Ukrainian children were taken and re-educated. Yeah, Katie Miller is an embarrassment. Okay. Supposedly 30 to 50,000 Ukrainian kids were taken by Russia, whatever it was. Okay. Well, the Ukrainian children taken by Russia.
No, the devil wins in this round. Some will make it back, but it will never be peaceful. It'll be never calm for them to come back. They've been, there 4 years?
2022 is when it started.
3 years.
Yeah. We're at 3.5, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we want to speak about that in this country, when are we going to return the children that were separated from their families at the border by our current president and never given back, and sold by a woman who was in his cabinet who ran an adoption agency and was selling them for $10,000 a piece?
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. Let's not be so hard on the Russians and the Ukrainians.
I think some will.
Mm-hmm.
I get the lack of energy and accountability to get it done. The Five of Wands recognizes lack of energy to accomplish it and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, I do get angelic influence and the hard work of the Eight of Coins to find these children eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to need patience, and they're going to have to evaluate. So some, it might take a long time, but I'm kind of getting like increments.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, we found 100 here, and then more investigation, and we found 50 here. It feels like that. But it's going to take a long time. I'm sure there's zero records of where they went, what they did. What do you mean, Jane? What are you talking about now with another Merrick Garland fail? Missing the conversation.
Oh, okay.
But no, Jane popped in and said, another Merrick Garland fail.
Who?
I don't know what the conversation was.
Betty Davros, that's who it was.
Betsy, yeah, what was she?
She ran an organization she was part of an organization that placed orphans and children that needed homes, and she made a lot of money off those kids.
She was the education secretary, wasn't she, the first time? Yeah.
Yeah, her brother's Eric Prince. That's a lovely family.
Yeah. People are so interested in MTG for some reason. We ought to just let her out of our mind. She's a nobody. Let her take her retirement and walk away.
I got no. She's got other things in mind. She just wants money. Any way she can get money, and she'd have to work too hard.
Devil. Yeah, I got
I'm kidding. I got 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and 3 of Cups all reversed, saying nope. She doesn't really want to do that because she just wants to be the queen of the realm, and that's why she ran away from working with Trump when he started telling her the truth.
So I get the Four of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the happy home. The Devil.
Mm-hmm.
About greed and money. And then 8 of Swords is being restricted.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not seeing any presidential thing. Then I get the 10 of Wands. Weighed down by burdens.
Mm-hmm.
Temperance Angel. Patience, but then any presidential try is a Tower. No. I think once she leaves, she's done.
That's right. And I don't think she's smart enough to understand that.
No, if you want to have a long political career, you got to stay in the game.
Mm-hmm. And do it smarter than she did.
I think she's going to ride away and try to have sanity, if whatever she considers sanity. But I don't think it's political. Yep, Troy Neal's resigning.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be more of them. This is just the beginning.
Yeah. Let's see what the cards say. Or more jumping. Don Bacon said he's not running again from Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Good point, Nancy. being president is too much responsibility and work for her.
Well, if you actually do the job, yes.
Good morning, Kathy D. Okay. How many more? Okay. Okay, we got a tower going on here.
Oh yeah, I got 5 out of 6 said yes, that there are many more resigning, and they're resigning because they just want to be little followers and get paid whether they worked or not. And now they're kind of seeing that they're going to be called upon to answer some real questions. And they're really fighting among themselves. We have no idea standing on the outside. And none of them have any balance or temperance for putting up with this crap. So since they can't have the big chair and they're not going to be in charge, they're going to leave.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark secrets that these GOP have been holding on for 45, 47. I got the moon, ace of cups, and king of coins. All these dark secrets that they bought into the crazy of MAGA. It's also an unknown card of what which ones are going to do what. But I do have that tower. So there is a drastic change coming, a divorce from reality. We got that victory, news coming out, and then we have the losses. And then I have certain ones with the ace of wands, ace of coins, and the 8 of cups walking away. Taking their prosperity and energy away from the chaos and walking away. So it sure looks like there's going to be more, according to these cards.
Yeah, especially when they see this big sigh of relief on the face of the ones who've left.
So on the bottom of the deck, I got my Hermit. That's all about contemplating of what I've done. My Hermit's all got these tractors that are stuck. And they're looking themselves in the mirror, what to do. So yeah, they're thinking. Especially when they put in over 5 years, they get their retirement. At retirement age, anyway, why would you want to be in this chaos?
Nope.
Something like burn it all down. It's easier, instead of standing up and speaking out, it's easier just to walk away.
Right. And maybe if you walk away now in this chaos, you won't get caught for all the crap you did.
Okay, this needs a full spread. What's the universe say about the House and Senate turning blue before the midterms? Well, the Senate would be more difficult. The Senate would be very difficult turning blue.
Not really.
Well, you'd have to explain that one to me.
I think if we really go into those states and make a try, there's been a lot of things happening the last few years that shouldn't have happened for the Dems. And it's when the Dems really go in and work and find the people who haven't voted because they've been so disenchanted. And there's a lot of them. And that's what they need to go after. And the Dems need to not fight among themselves about crap. And, a Democrat in Texas would be a Republican in Massachusetts. I mean, it's so weird when you go from state to state and you see what they do, how they function.
Right. Okay. What's the likely possibility of the House and Senate?
I got yes, and I got a yes, 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 yes. I got that the economy needs to be changed up so much. Everybody's very aware that it's not working right. So they're looking for change. This is the change card in this deck. And people want to go back to living in an America that was comfortable in a 9 of Wands in the garden they wanted to live in. And they see themselves being drawn forward by people. Queen of Wands is the person who's in charge of business, people who really can make the country run. And for all the people who live here. And then the out card is the Fool. That's 1, 2 major arcanas and a 10 and a 9. Yeah, it's because we're in such a period of change.
It's the majors. So I think it's already been written in the stars. Kind of feeling. So I get the Magician, Queen of Cups, and 8 of Swords in the past position. So the Magician to me is feeling like the universe, the grand plan. Queen of Cups is my United States, you know, the lady that looks over us and tries to create better. And the 8 of Swords is they created these restrictions. In the current energy, I get Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, and Lovers. This is all about a new rebirth coming. We're talking before the midterms. The lovers of relationships, the choices made. Ace of Cups is new beginnings, new love, and new marriages. And the Page of Cups is a surprise, new talent, new skill.
Some of the youngins.
So, moving forward, I got the World. We got completion and success of the question of turning blue. King of Swords is a new professional. And then 9 of Wands is a safe position. It's defense, strength. Outcome, Knight of Pentacles, people of honor. 4 of Cups, that's being uninspired. 9 of Cups is my Democrat card, wishes fulfilled. And 3 of Wands, it feels like starting over. It feels like attracting new people, confidence, looking outward. So, House and Senate. So my mind's eye, I was getting like a 5. So like there might be 5 that flip in the House to the Dems by midterms. The Senate, I'm not so sure. I think that's after, but we'll see. But I do definitely feel there's a flip before the midterms. Bottom of the deck, I had Ace of Swords. Determination, mental clarity, new ideas, breakthroughs. There you go, Water Lily. Yes. We all need to get our pocket-sized constitutions.
That's right.
Yeah. Maybe MAGA Christmas, bring out your pocket constitution. No. You want to know what the Constitution says.
Somebody asked if Jeffries would still be Speaker. If the Dems take over the Congress, no. That's the first thing that goes away is Jeffries.
Say that again?
Jeffries. She said, well, oh, Jeffries. I don't know, because a lot of people don't think I don't think he's been given a fair chance to stand on his own. I think he's been squashed by a lot of the leadership above him. He'd have to prove he could do that. And I kind of wonder who you'd put in his place. I've seen him speak in a, not through a media filter, but like do a whole speech and take a Q&A. He's really brilliant, but he's been squashed by so many of these people. And
well, he is currently the de facto leader. So if there is a shakeup, the Democrats would then vote on a speaker. So he would be the leader
until
leading candidate. So somewhere else. Let's see. Oh, RFK Jr. I don't want to read that guy.
No,
he's nuts. He's not doing good things for us.
I'm afraid I'm going to get a brainworm too. Just thinking about it.
Okay. Oh, things are heating up in Venezuela area.
No, it's going to stay hanging. It's the hangman.
Ooh, random pull. You just did a random pull out of your deck, huh? Got the hangman. Ooh.
Yeah, because I've never felt like they're going to war. So
definitely the threat is there.
Oh yeah, but
orders, protection.
But we didn't put signs all over their beaches like we did in Mexico.
I'm getting cards of protection and light and honor. The threat of the devil, but secrets being exposed with the moon and Six of Swords. Six of Swords is getting better. So no, I'm not seeing a takeover.
No.
Takeover war. It's the threat. They're trying to just threaten.
It's a distraction. It's not even a threat. It could be Venezuela. It could be any other country down there. You know, and apparently Bolsonaro's trying to sneak into our country. Just what we need, another crook.
I thought he was arrested.
He was. He's under house arrest. And apparently his son called for people to rally around his father's house to protect him. And when the police got there, they could sense that his ankle monitor had been tampered with, and he'd sawed it off. And he was going to make a run for it because his home is 15 minutes from the U.S. Embassy. So I think they were going to use the riot his son thought he could cause around the house as a way for his father to escape and go to the embassy. And it didn't work because nobody showed up to rally for the guy. So
Jane said she read that Bolsonaro was in the slammer now.
Yes, they put him in a prison because they said they can't trust that he's going to honor staying in his home.
Yeah, we're finding out these data centers are not good.
The what? Oh, the data centers? Yeah,
the AI data centers. They're polluters. They take up.
They use up all your water. They use up all your resources.
So
they don't pay their electric bills.
This Kyle Bass hedge fund manager wants to buy and own the water in East Texas and sell it to data centers, possibly. It's in litigation. Will he get the water?
I know what the laws are around what he's trying to go around. I don't think he'll get it. This state doesn't have enough water to make it. Even East Texas, which is wetter than the rest of the place, doesn't have it, but I don't think he's going to get it.
Nope, I get a tower and restricted. What he wants to do, we get a tower and he's restricted from doing it. First three cards say no. Then I get protection from the land and a death card. Decision made on monies with a death card. I think the environment wins there.
I go that he's blocked by truth coming out about what he's trying to do. Ace of Swords. So.
Good. Jeff's pendulum says no.
Good, thank you.
Praise God, I hope so too. These corrupt people.
Well, the thing is, a lot of the water in Texas comes out of the aquifers. And we don't know what happens if you finally really empty the aquifers. They seem to keep filling up, but nobody seems to know how.
Laura reread on Swallow last week, and we got a definite yes.
Mm-hmm.
We think Swallow will be.
He's a good contender.
I mean, my cards were like, yeah. I didn't see any like indecision there. Data centers give you cancer they're finding out. They don't want any regulations. I haven't heard about the cancer thing, but the regulations, yeah. There's been a ton of them, proposals in Wisconsin along the Lake Michigan. They can draw from that water. And every community has been turning them down.
Well, you know, the data centers, the way they work and how they use energy and water and everything else, that's why Americans moved a lot of their electronics building over to China, because there were no rules. And they have the most polluted water. They have the highest rates of cancer. They have the dirtiest air. You know, if that's what we want, and they can build the data centers without all that, but it's not easy. And they want to build the easy thing.
Jeff asked if Don Jr. will be the candidate in 2028.
I already can tell you no.
No. I've always seen him in prison, and it's never changed. Long time ago, I don't know what the guy said, 5-year prison. He gets 5 years for something eventually. All these guys are crooks. Russia is protecting Venezuela. I think China even came out and told the United States to stop.
Yep.
CMP. I remember Cory Booker saying earlier this year, just because you don't see anything happening doesn't mean there is. Yeah, we don't know everything that's going on, but unfortunately, the GOP control everything in the White House. So we don't say it until like people like Jamie Raskin or White House tell us. Oh, okay. We'll do this one. I like that.
Okay.
You know who Jack is, right?
Yes.
Okay. He came out. I think it's Jerry Nadler's seat. Yeah. What are the odds? What universe? What is the odds of Jack winning that House seat? What do the universe say about Jack winning that House seat? Feels like there's multiple Dems running for that.
I get yes. I get positive 2 of Cups, yes. He's got the stamina and the presence to make it as King of Pentacles. The only reversal is the 8 of Cups, and that's because him being in the race is making a lot of other people leave the race. And he's just got to be careful of not getting too confident. And there really are going to be a lot of people coming for him in that seat. But I got yes overall. What'd you get?
I'm Googling quick who's announced. Because I'm feeling multiple people running in a primary. Candidates currently are Jack, Micah Leisher, a New York State Assemblyman, Alex Boris, another Assemblyman, and Jamie Floyd, a veteran journalist. And there's 2 other potentials that don't have a big name. Okay, yeah, there's others. I can't say for sure if he's gonna get it because he's got to come out of a primary here.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting female energy here with the Queen of Cups. But there's, I mean, the angels are behind him.
Mm-hmm.
But I got some burdens next to it with the 10 of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's good energy and then there's a block. There's a good energy and then there's a block. So it depends how he plays it. So right now, he's got to get out of the primary. If he gets out of the primary, yes, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm getting competition here yet. So the universe is not telling me yes. I can't remember the list. I scrolled it away, but I'm getting a male and female in the primary, like him and a female. But I thought I mentioned only males, but I don't remember. But I think he's got the universe behind his back, but he's got to play it right and get out of the primary. Kathy thinks it might be too soon for him. He's young. What was that again?
What are you looking at now?
I'll bring it back up. He says 10 people are interested in running for it.
There's always a lot of people interested. That's what I'm saying. A lot of them will back away once they get close because they just don't have the chance.
Yeah, if you don't have the funding and it is. But yeah, there's like this. But yeah, there's a lot of people interested in it. They just gotta wait for the old primary. But it's definitely a Democrat district. Oh, there goes my rubber band. I have all these little rubber bands to keep these together. It broke. Anyway, inspiration for the week. We're already at 90 minutes. Oh, wow. Brady says, got y'all on the TV. Walked up to the screen with glasses and holy smokes. Well, thank you. All right.
I'm going to say card for the week.
The cards are talking about meeting others. Look at the Queen of Coins, King of Swords, and the Lovers. It's talking about romance and romantic proposals and meeting new people. That's what I'm getting out of this. It feels like a week, you know, if you get out there. I'm getting be nice to people, whether they're wearing a red hat or not. Compliments, and you can find a new friend. That's what I'm getting to there about. Yeah, building community, but in your real world. I'm just seeing, like, if you go to the grocery store or whatever, compliment someone kind of feeling, or just say, you know, be extra nice, because you could meet a new soulmate kind of friend connection. That's what I'm feeling for this week.
Okay, I got standing stones, and as you walk, you come through large vertical stones standing in a circle in the center of a sacred forest. You know that it is to step inside the sacred ring is not to be undertaken lightly. It is an act of power. With solemn grace you enter. Immediately you feel a shift of energy occur around you. It's as if the floodgates were open for your soul. There is a downward cosmic information occurring within you. A sacred journey is ahead. Deeper meaning is moving on, but you are safe. You are safe in this journey. And by the way, lovely Julie M gave us a super sticker. Thank you very much. And she also mentioned that now is the time to support your readers, and it is. And if you want to support me in particular, I have a sale on all my readings now through Tuesday. If you go to my website, www.crystaldirections.com, you can get 20% off my 2026 readings, my 3-month readings, my past life readings, all of them, all the different readings that I do. So
cool.
And
yeah, you got your 12 months going.
12 months is going on, 2026, yeah.
Yep. I grabbed one of these, and guess what it is?
What? Ah!
The crystal healings, what you're doing today.
That's right.
Use your crystals to balance, uplift.
Oh, yeah.
Vibrations.
Speaking of using your crystals, this afternoon, and it'll be in about an hour and a half, I'm going to go live, and it's just not going to be announced or anything. It's going to be live on my channel, and I have been tasked to build a grid for the world to replace the one I had from before, which is right here. We did this 3 years ago, and it's the heart and the Merkaba mixed together. And so I got the message it was time to build a new one. This one will go to Yorkshire, England, to the guy who suggested we make this, Tim Walter. But, and the cards I'm using, do I have them out? I don't have them out, but I'm going to lay out the cards. I'm going to explain how I take all those different cards and put them together. But it's coherence, passion, alchemy, and the sacral chakra. And all of those cards were pulled by 4 readers: Danny, Dr. Gail, Jeffrey, and Sheila from Celtic Tarot. And I'm going to show, today is going to be my first day of laying those cards, laying the grids out, trying to figure out how to build it, how to make it work. So if you're interested in crystals and how I decide to do it, trust me, this is not the most fascinating thing. This is not like flipping cards, and it doesn't happen quickly. But if you've been interested in how a crystal grid gets made, this might be the show for you. And just come on over, because I have to do it sometime. Who knows, I put it off long enough. And like I said, I have my other readings on sale, and I'm still doing my psychic profiles, and I'm lining people up for that. And I'm hoping that people are enjoying that series. And also, I started on Substack this week with doing little videos, and the first set of videos that are going over there I'm starting on the 1st of December on this channel and on Substack. I'm going to be redoing the crystal advent calendar. A crystal a day. We discuss it. We look at it. And so people always say, I want to know more about crystals. This is your opportunity. Yeah, all of 25 days in December and today. So come along.
Cool. All right. Check out Nancy Jean later.
Yeah, go out in the snow, Scott, and have a good time.
Yeah, I probably got to go redo it.
Oh, no.
I did it late last night, and then we got about 4 inches more overnight. So
yeah, I forget about that part. It doesn't just go away.
Yeah. Jeff's asking what your handle is for Substack.
It's Nancy Jean's Garden.
Same.
Go over, please join. I mean, you have no idea what hell it was to get on that thing. It made all these other ones look really simple. So.
Yep, expanding out is a pain.
Yeah.
It takes work.
But if I put my videos up there, they make shorts for me. And if I put them up there first, then they'll make shorts that'll come back to YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, coolio. Thanks, everyone. Have a great one.
Bye, everybody. Have a good week.